Madison here. So today we're going to be talking about protons, neutrons, and electrons since we're learning about that in science right now. So what we're doing today is that we're going to find out how to get those numbers and elements from the periodic table. Now, I already chose an element from the periodic table that we can work with. I thought of magnesium and I wrote it down right here. So, magnesium. The Mg that you saw, the Mg on there, that is his initials on the periodic table. It'll be underneath the brown section, and it's going to be a chelate earth metals. Okay, so let's talk about the protons, neutrons, and electrons on here. Well, the protons and electrons actually have something in common. They are exactly the same number of those in all elements. So, see how they're both 12? Now we're going to find out how to get those. Now, right here, you see this top number? What we're going to do is that we're going to take this top number, and we're going to look at it, and notice that that's going to be the protons and the electrons. That is actually going to be the same number because they're both the same. They're not the same thing, but they're going to be the same number in each atom. So, in this one there's 12, so I put down 12 for both of those. Now neutrons. Most people think that neutrons are the same thing in some cases, like I picked magnesium for this because it's a great example of this. Magnesium. Now, look at the protons, electrons, and neutrons. I put down what they equal, which is all 12, but it does not mean that they all are the top number. No, it does not. So, the numbers that I have on here isn't the bottom one comes involved. So, what we're going to do is take 12. No, we're going to take 12, and we're going to bring it down here so we can minus it against 24, and that's going to equal 12. That's how we get the neutrons of this atom. That's the end of part 1 of this video. Hey, I'm back for the second part of this lesson. Last time we were talking about protons, neutrons, and electrons in an atom, which are in elements. Well, the element on the periodic table that we chose was magnesium. So, if you remember our data from last time, whenever we got all the numbers down, that's when those numbers are going to come in handy. We're going to make an element model. So, you see all the 12? That's what our data was last time. I gotta explain one thing before we continue about these symbols that I put on there. Whoa, crazy, right? So, the P in the plus sign is the protons, the E in the minus sign are electrons, and the N is the neutrons. It's simple and easy to put it down like that. Okay, let's start making our atom. I already started on this, as you can tell. Let's start with the center part. In the center part, that you can tell, I put the protons and the neutrons in there and what they equal. Then, what you do is that you have to put rings around it. So the first ring can only hold 2 at a time. 2 dots at a time. The next one and the ones after that can only hold 8. Now, you see that I haven't used the electrons yet? That's what the little dots are. That's what they're going to be. So, we're going to count them up. And I already know I don't have all of them on here. I'm just going to show you why we have to make the second one. The other loop ring. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 of them. That's all we can fit on that ring. So we have to go to the next one. So I'm going to really fastly connect 4 more dots on the next ring that I made. Till it equals 12, because that's what that number is going to be. Whatever number you have for your electrons, that's how many dots you're going to have around. So you see, now I have all my dots in place. Let's count them, recount them, make sure I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, I got all of them on there. That's how you're going to make the model for the atom